I wasn't planning on going live today, so I'm not going to be with y'all for very long. I'm not going to be on here for very long. I've heard all the statements, all the videos, all the receipts supposedly people have for him. I've heard everything, including this loudmouth woman who ultimately still would have pursued some type of action, but then again, I can't get a hold of the brother because he hasn't been doing any videos lately, which is a good thing. He hasn't been doing anything as of late, which is a very good thing. Um, Ultimately, it does state that if he doesn't pay a certain amount of money within a certain amount of time frame, he will get the schools auctioned off. He has so much time, and just to give a little synopsis, he has nothing but so much time. Here's the thing that bothers me. Here's the thing that bothers me. And it's not that, he got get the letter or he didn't get the letter. Some people are petty. Some people who are by the school are petty, and they will do some real foul shit. But that's beside the point. He's going to learn from this lesson. Hopefully he does. If not, then everything people say about him is possibly true. I'm not going to go that far just yet. I'm not going to go that far because I still have faith in the kid that this school's going to open no matter what. However, that's not what I'm at. That's not what I'm confused at. What I'm confused at is every Tom, Dick, and Harry, every Negro on YouTube has gotten content off of his name, has gotten some type of clarification, information. Everybody wants to be a detective. Everybody wants to be a charlatan. Everybody wants to be a tax advisor when it comes to this guy. But wait a minute. Wasn't it somebody else who screwed the black community, but you didn't hold this nigga accountable? You didn't hold that nigga accountable. You didn't hold that broad accountable. You hold nobody else accountable but this guy because he's broader than life. He's the Prince of Pan African. He's this, he's that. So what? So the hell what? Most of you knows haven't even lifted a finger to help him and didn't want to help him from the very beginning. So you have no fucking say. The fact of the matter is, I'm concerned for those who did lend a hand, who did lend, but there are two types. One, the type that put in the time and did put in the effort to do some shit for the FDMG Academy or for their or let alone for their community. That's few far and in between. That's few far and in fucking between. The type of people that I'm talking about who are supporters, those and abroad, who are very gracious, very warm-hearted, very kind-giving, and do promote their time and support him no matter what. And then there are those who might question his credentials or might question his question his strategies. I don't really have too much of a problem with that. It was just that when you tell him what he wants to do with his own project, that's something that everybody who has owned something and has failed at something, normally you gotta let them fail. You have to let them fail. In order to succeed, you have to let them fail. I have no problem with those. As a matter of fact, there is one guy, I think his name is Dennis. I listened to what he had to say. I listened to what this brother had to say about Umar, and some things I do agree with, some things I disagree with. The whole thing about the online schooling, everybody wants him to do an online schooling. He doesn't want to do an online schooling because he wants to communicate with the kids physically. And with that, you in putting in context, this is the reason why Negroes don't even go outside. I don't even call kids Negroes, but these reason why these kids don't even go outside anymore, because they're too busy on their electronics. They're too busy inside the house. No one goes to play anymore. There used to be a time where people invited you over to their house for a stay, and you used to spend the night over people's houses. And I used to spend the night over my friend's house, and we used to play games all night. The father would call the pizza man and call dominoes, and we was just chilling, eating pizza, smoking weed. Well, they smoked weed, I didn't. But needed as it may, we had fun. But now people are so scared, and whatever the case may be, and I get it, but you still need that physical connection. You can't just depend on AI all the time. You can't depend on AI. AI is the one that is screwing the black community as a whole, which y'all don't fucking get. We made this. I heard one brother today. I mean, no disrespect to these so-called conscious leaders, but I heard some brother today. I had to bring him up tomorrow when me and Philly Phil, shouts out to Philly Phil, by the way. When me and Philly Phil, we go at it, and we we just don't care. We gonna support Umar to the very end. Whatever happens. He has time. Not too much time, but he does have time. So it is gonna be real interesting. It's gonna be real interesting. But anyway, he says, and I'm paraphrasing, this guy says, if the black community if the black community wants to, damn, I forgot what this brother said. It'll get back to me later. It'll get back to me later. When I get excited, I stop at a point and I never get to that point, but I'll get to the point. Don't worry. But everybody, like I said, everybody wants to be a detective. There are people online that I have never heard of before. And Marquise, aka Saint the Sinner, stop it. Stop it. He's a trick bag. Just fucking stop. Just stop. And people have that, like I said, he said he wants to buy the school. Yeah, I believe when he buys a $14 million mansion, I will believe anything that this brother says, which I don't. Plus, he's messy anyway. Now, fuck the black community. How's that? Fuck the black community. How's that? Fuck the black community. How's that? Why you say fuck the black community? Because you pick This is what the black community does. You pick and choose. You pick and choose randomly who you want to hold accountable. First, it's women. Then it's, you choose a few good men. Then you don't want to lend a dollar or a dime to the neighborhoods, especially the neighborhoods that you live in. Some, but not all. Most. Dr. Claude Anderson, you just straight just impaled him, and this is the reason why he's this is one of the reasons why he's retired, is because you failed him. And then you're gonna talk shit about Marcus Garvey and how much he was a fraud. Marcus Garvey did more for his community, for his African community, than y'all motherfuckers will ever do in a lifetime. Thus, me saying this, fuck all those who don't even like their Africanity or don't even respect their Africanity. Fuck all you motherfuckers. Yeah, I ain't even supposed to be on here, but I heard just about enough. And me and Mrs. Philly, we gonna ride for him. We gonna ride for him. And there are others. See, this is the reason why Umar supporters are silent. Because we don't go on the internet and brag about shit. Now, there are some things other than me, D. Durrell, which I spoke with D. Durrell today. Shouts out to D. Durrell. Now, I can understand his position because he's the one that gave and donated. He's the one that gave and donated. I'm the one that gave out and donated. All right. What's happening? No, we rescheduled. We rescheduled. Hopefully she can make it. Just email me if anything goes wrong. We can always reschedule. But I'm looking forward for our talk. I'm definitely looking forward to our talk. So then Tariq Nasheed, of all Negroes, has the nerve to talk shit. But everybody's playing his old videos, so I'm not worried. So he goes on, and I think it was Gilbert, the comedian, or was he on with Lloyd Jamal? It was either one of those ones. So Lloyd Jamal, and they start talking blah, 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 blah. Do they know that Tariq Nasheed has a museum that's not even a museum? It just has pictures. It doesn't have artifacts. It doesn't have art. It doesn't have anything. It's a comedy show that opens once a year. And I heard he has some financial payments to that building. So, and then let's get on Yvette Cornell. I respect Yvette Cornell to a certain degree. My respect for her is waning because the only thing she tends to do is keep blah, 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 blah. Who else? I mean, there's a plethora of people, but I'll just start with those three individuals. Sad. It is sad. And let's not get started on Lennon. I already filed a complaint on Lennon. I already filed my complaint. And his father, which, by the way, there's some joker out there. I only wish. Tebow, I only wish. I only wish. Let me, by the way, before I get to Lennon Honor, P. People are complaining that area right there. I think it's 61, is 601, 611, no, 610, 611 East Street, I think. Then she said that whole area is toxic. Why are there buildings there? Why are there buildings? Why are there still homes? Why are there still people pick and choose? And I feel the same about Wilmington as I feel about Flint, Michigan. Flint, Michigan still has fucked up water. And people still live there. People who live in Hawaii still live in Hawaii for a fucking reason. And even have lava in the fucking living room. And your point, people just, this is selective outrage as far as my concern. In my opinion, this is all selective outrage. There are people who have never believed in this guy from the very beginning. From the very beginning, I think it was GoFundMe. They trashed his GoFundMe in 2016. He had only collected money for 2 years, and they trashed his GoFundMe. Now, how did they trash his GoFundMe? A phone call will also always suffice. And it's quite odd in this particular time that a woman of Siobhan's ilk would just come out of nowhere, get on Lennon Honor's live, and start talking ill about his place that he stays with his mom and he takes care of his mom. But you also violate and talk about his mother. And don't even have no cares in the world. Don't even have no care. Don't talking about I'm the one that wiped the ass. It's like you're a disgrace. You're so fucking wicked. I wouldn't even do that to my worst enemy. If I had a problem with you, first and foremost, you could have said fucking no. You could have said no. What's wrong with saying no? You could have said no. I ain't gonna even go that part. You could have said no to picking him up. You could have said no to his, venue or whatever. You respectfully. Second. Let me go ahead and. Ooh, can anybody hear me at this point? Hold on. Well, hopefully you can. Okay, I'll just say it like while I'm in the dark. I kind of like it like this. But anyway, so you go ahead and start doxing his mom by spilling the beans about her condition. You're not supposed to do that. Now, she may not work for anyone, but I can definitely write a formal complaint, and I can definitely take it to the police for for like a cease and desist or some shit. Or I can also try her for a HIPAA violation. I can definitely try her for HIPAA violation. You speak on my mother and my mother's condition, I can definitely complain. I can complain. And for those who say, well, it's not a HIPAA violation, I think you need to look it up. I didn't say you can sue federally, but you can sue statewise. You may not get anything from it, but you definitely can write a formal complaint. You definitely can write a formal complaint. But regardless of the fact, I don't know if he has or he hasn't. I don't know if I told him to sue Lennon Honor years ago. He can't do anything at this point because the thing is too old. The only thing he can do is just get his channel taken down. Just strike his channel. and get his channel taken away. That's the only thing you can do. And the next thing you know, his accounts get frozen. Now, I'm not a financial guru. The only thing that I know is that your accounts can get frozen. I've had mine frozen before. I just don't, it just depends on if you're going to get the money back, how you're going to get them, get your account reactivated. I don't know how, but I've had mine reactivated like a week and a half because of bills, because of a payment to something that obviously they said I didn't pay. And they ended up freezing my account. This was years ago. I don't know what's going on with him, but it's quite odd. Each and every time someone calls, each and every time someone calls to the state and starts complaining, or you have a plethora of people who start complaining, he can't get no work done. He seriously can't get no fucking work done. And I don't want to give too much away, but let's start with it. Well, let me say one last thing. The other odd thing is this thing with the thing where he has to pay $40,000 by I think he has a week and a half left, and they're gonna sell the school. If they sell the school, which is not going to sell the school, they're probably going to tear it down. They're probably going to tear the shit down. Or is it possible that he can access his 50C13 and activate his assets from there to pay his bills? Possibly, maybe. I don't fucking know. I'm not a business guru, and neither is he. Was it over his head? Yes, he was. But he knows now. And this is why we told him, get offline. Just get offline and try to reconnect with your daughter. He's connected with the little one. He's still paying child support with the little one. So that's a plus. But now the 23-year-old, they need to start talking. And guess what? It's nobody's damn business. Stay out of their business. Stay out of their business. It's not my business, and it's none of yours. None. It's none of your business. I don't want to get into your business. I don't want to get it. Listen, Rain, I may dislike the things that you say, but I will never be in your business. Philly Phil, I will never get into your business. Barbara, you know I'll never get into your business. I don't want you getting into mine. I would never bring my business onto the internet. Which, by the way, I would obviously tell him to shut the hell up. I would obviously tell him to just please shut the hell up. Umar is asking for our help publicly. What I would say to this on code, he needs to prove he can help himself. He needs to prove he can help himself before so anybody can help him. So there'll be some, what's the word I'm looking for? Some transparency there. Not saying that he wasn't transparent before. It's not saying that he wasn't transparent before, but this is something that I said this might hit home a little bit. Him waiting this long, but you're so close. You putting the towel down and file for a certificate of occupancy. It might work, it may not. He still has time. But But like I said, all these other people around here, and you know why Tariq and all these other people are upset at him? You know why the Tariq and the O'Shea Dookie Jacksons of the world are mad at him? And the Marquises are mad at him. It's not because of anything else. It's not because of any other petty shit. It's because of Umar's population. Umar has made it to the point where he's a goddamn rock star. Do I like it? Kind of, sort of. I enjoy him. I enjoy his lectures. I enjoy being around the people at the venues when this. I bought a whole bunch of stuff at the venues. The venues that I went, the lectures that I went to, 3 lectures, all of them free. All of them free. I sat my ass down and it was powerful. It was freaking powerful. The only thing that I wish would happen is he would at least follow up with some things or try some things. Like I said, I'm not an educator. I don't own a building and I'm not a businessman. I wish he would have had some advisors to tell him things what to do and things not to do, because this will either get you in trouble or this will get you shut down. But again, we riding for him. We riding for him to the very end. Hopefully, and if this school does open up, all these Negroes, all of them, ones I never heard of before. I have never heard of these people before. And all of them. And I got a list. I got a list of names. I got a list all these things, all of them. And by the way, shots out to D. Darrell. D. Darrell say on his live today that this is not the end for Umar. And he is absolutely correct, because guess what? His supporters are still going to be supporting him, whether you want them to or not. And why in the holy hell would you tell a supporter of Umar not to support Umar? That's asinine. That's like me saying don't support Tariq Nasheed. Don't support Yvette Carnell. Don't support Michi X. I almost forgot Michi X. Michi, don't you have man problems? Just say it. I'm just gonna, they calling you a scammer too. So if you're gonna hold, if he is selected to be a scammer, which I don't think he is, then you must hold him accountable, along with Tariq accountable, along with BGX accountable, along with Jay Morrison accountable. You gotta hold all these, even Yvette Carnell. What has Yvette Carnell ever done other than talk about voting? Oh, she wanted to include reparations. Oh, she thought she was going to get reparations. From who? You are black people. You are not getting reparations. The only way you're going to get reparations is through blood. And y'all ain't savvy like that. Y'all ain't fucking savvy like that, so don't even fucking try it. Don't even fucking try. Y'all are a disgrace to y'all communities. Y'all don't even know y'all fucking name. And speaking of names, they say that these 2 goofballs, Jay White or whatever his name is, this so-called Christian, which I'm going to be getting on his head very, very soon, and Lennon Honor, look up his dissertation. His father, and only his father, Jamal Johnson, even though these 2 do not get along, can validate his dissertation. He can also validate his doctrine. And the only reason why you're mad at him, and the only reason why you came at him was because he didn't give up the fact that he was snorting coke. So we don't have sinus problems. We don't have sinus problems at all. We don't do that. So he snorts real loud, and all of a sudden he's doing drugs. We some characters, boy. We some characters for real. We some characters. No wonder white folks are winning on a full clip. Donald Trump doing what he's doing. Woo! And I hear Donald Trump is hitting some he's hitting some urban neighborhoods. What does urban usually stand for? Black people. So we've been exposed. Anyway, one joker at a freaking time. God, he's a predator. He's a predator amongst women. He selects single mothers. Single mothers select him. But y'all pick and choose. Y'all pick and choose to try to get with these women to say that he's a predator and he inappropriately talks to them in the most wildest of ways. And it's just so... You're going to make me want to turn into these manosphere niggas. You're going to make me want to turn into these Kevin Samuel type niggas. And you're going to make me say, if you chose better, you do better. Maybe, just maybe, if you would submit all day, I could do that shit all fucking day and it wouldn't make me no difference. I can get a whole bunch of fucking people on this motherfucking live right now and just do a whole content on how females should submit. But I'm not Kevin Samuels. And I don't may the brother rest in peace, but I don't care for the lingo that he did when it came to these females. But what he did to the males was absolutely correct. So may the brother rest in peace, but we need to stop being so damn hypocritical. Just let the brother be. And if he fails, he fails. If he fails, he fails. But I knew something was wrong when I turned on the internet. It's been what would you say, a week straight that there's nothing but Umar content everywhere, and people who don't even deserve to do Umar content is like, why are you doing Umar content? You trying to get choked? You trying to get a click in the view too, huh? Trying to get them cash apps. Hit the cash app. Hit the cash app. Hit the PayPal. You trying to do one of those, huh? Got you. You trying to get a little buck money. All y'all some hustlers. All y'all some hustlers. Y'all some hustlers. Y'all some straight hustlers. Oh boy. Y'all some straight hustlers. But tomorrow, we're gonna go ahead with the show. We're gonna definitely go ahead with the show. And I can't even see the comments right now because my phone is tripping. But we're gonna go ahead with the show, and we're gonna, like I said, we're gonna continue to ride for Umar. He's gonna have to get with one of these banks. I do know that. He's gonna have to get one of these banks and get a loan. I mean, try One United if they can do it. I mean, their stock has crashed. I think you need to call Killer Mike or something like Killer Mike. Hey, let me loan like 20 grand. Let me loan 20 grand. 20 grand should be easy to pay off within a year. Should be easy to pay off. Because everybody assumes that Umar has made $2-3 million, which is not the case. And if you think $1 million is enough to fix a school, you're crazy. You're crazy. You are crazy. If you think $1 million is enough to build a school, you are absolutely positively crazy. Oh man. So, like I said, I wasn't going to be here too long. I've heard all the cries. Oh, Dr. Umar screwed me. He screwed me out of my money. What money? Wait, did you donate? No, but shh. He screwed King Randall. Were they contracted? No, I would shh. And shouts out to King Randall because he didn't want none of that nonsense. He just said, God bless Dr. Umar and blah, 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 blah. But people want to keep spinning it. People want to keep spinning it. This internet is nuts. I'm going to do politics. I'm going to be a politician. God damn it, I'm going to be a fucking politician. Because y'all spin it like politicians. If y'all can spin it like politicians, then God dang it, I can spin it like politicians too. And you pick and you choose. Which is hypocritical. Very hypocritical. Very hypocritical indeed. But I'm not going to keep y'all. I'm not going to keep y'all for very long. I'm just letting you know. I heard the rumors. I heard the cries. I've heard the nonsense. I've heard it all. Keep that same energy. Keep that same energy. Keep that same motherfucking energy.